Hey guys, hope you're safe and well. Today we're going to be looking at the brand new wireless system by Mooer. It's the Air P10. I'll also be looking at 10 benefits of using a wireless system over your guitar cable, whether at home or for live performance. This wireless system is suitable for electric guitar, acoustic or bass, basically anything with a 1/4-inch jack input. First up, let's check out what you get in the box when you buy the product. Okay, so inside the box, you get a handy pouch. This is great, obviously, to put your wireless system in. Next up, we've got the wireless system itself. So you've got the receiver here. This will go to your amp or pedal board input. Then we've got the transmitter here. The transmitter plugs into your guitar or whatever instrument you're going to use. Next up, we have the charging device, which you can see here. This charges both devices at once, which is very handy. You can plug this into a USB port of your computer or into the wall using a plug like so. It's got a USB connection, just like your phones, so you can connect like that. And as I said earlier, you can plug both devices in, 1, 2, so you can charge both your devices at once, which is extremely handy. And finally, you have the instructions, which to be honest, you don't even need. The device is so simple to use. Literally turn them on, plug one into your amp, one into your guitar, and you're good to go. With both devices, you have an on and off switch on the sides. Let's turn them both on. You should see 4 lights and then flash for a second on one, and it should automatically connect. And when it actually has one green light on the A, that means there is a stable connection between them both. There's also another button on each of them called channel, and you can change the channels. But obviously make sure you put each of the devices on the same channel, otherwise they won't pick each other up. Let's say with both devices you want to be on channel C because you're getting bad interference from A for some particular reason. You can do that with both. So click 3 times on both and they will flash and then stay green when it's stable. And of course the 4 green LED lights represent the 4 different channels. You have A, B, C and D, and you can choose between any 4 of them. A really cool feature of these devices is that it goes into power saving mode if they don't have any signal coming through after 10 seconds. So maybe you forgot to turn them off and you've left them on the side and it's not plugged into a guitar, or if it is plugged into guitar, the amp is not on, so these will go into power saving mode and will not waste your batteries. When fully charged, these bad boys last up to 5 hours. Next up, we have the USB port input here for charging. This is micro USB, which is the one you get with the pack anyway, so you haven't got to worry about that. The jack input on both devices is movable like this, which is very handy, so it fits in all the different guitars. Obviously your Strat has the input on the front and other guitars have them on the side. This allows you to access any of the guitars. As discussed earlier, there is 4 channels on these devices, which means that you could actually have 4 different sets of these. So let's say you're in a 4-piece band, you've got 3 guitarists, 1 bassist, you could all get these wireless devices and be on the 4 separate channels. The wireless range is up to 90 feet or 30 meters. At the beginning of this video, I was around 20 meters away and I didn't hear any breakup, any interference. There was walls in the way and yeah, it sounded great. I was really impressed. I probably could have continued walking around the house, but my little girl was asleep, so I couldn't do that, unfortunately. And also, I wouldn't be able to hear the music from in here. But of course, if you had in-ears in and another wireless system, you probably could walk down the street and do what you wanted. I think this has a 5-meter range more than any other similar product out now, so that's pretty cool. The latency is less than 5 milliseconds. I personally can't feel or hear it. It feels just the same as guitar cable would. And as you saw from the beginning video, there was no sync issues. It just feels like you have a guitar cable in, but you have a lot more freedom to dance around, run around the street, as long as it's not over 90 feet. And yeah, they're pretty sick. It weighs 50 grams, which is nothing. They're super light. You don't even notice them on the guitar. It almost feels like you haven't plugged anything in. Check out the description below for more specs and visit the Mooer website for more details. Okay, so moving on to 10 benefits of using a wireless system instead of your guitar cable. Number 1, no more tripping over cables or getting tangled up. I don't know about you guys, I find this very frustrating, whether playing live or just practicing. I like to twist around in my chair in the studio and I'm always getting tangled up. These save you so much hassle. They are awesome. Also for myself, when I'm practicing in my front room, I've got my daughter in there most of the time. She's crawling around. I don't want to get entangled up in the wires. This is great. I can sit on the sofa away from my amp and just jam away. Number 2, no more accidentally pulling out your wire from your amp or your pedal board. Obviously you could damage your amps or your pedals, and of course you can damage your guitar lead. So there'll be no more of that with your wireless system. Number 3, when you're practicing at home, you can walk anywhere in the house. Maybe you need to go to the loo and you want to take your guitar with you and still hear your amp. You can do that. I'll admit, I do that sometimes. Maybe the postman's at the door and you don't want to put your guitar down. You can keep it on you and just walk to the door and maybe even serenade him. Number 4, not really a benefit, but a hell of a lot of fun. You can hide an amp in a room and then go somewhere else in the house and randomly play it when your housemates come in or your wife or husband and scare them. It's a lot of fun. It'll freak them out. Give it a go. Number 5, when you're playing live, you can boost your stage presence. You don't have to be held back by your wire. You can swing your guitar, you can run around. It's going to completely change the way that you act on stage. Number 6, when playing live, you can interact more with the crowd. You could even do some crowd surfing. You can go into the crowd and talk to people while you're doing guitar solo, all of that good stuff. Number 7, quite simply, when playing live, you will look a lot more professional. There won't be lots of wires lying everywhere and you'll look super cool. Who does that? Number 8, your wireless devices are super light and compact. So when you're gigging, you haven't got to worry about packing lots of long leads. You just pack these into your bag and it saves a lot of space and obviously it's a lot lighter. Number 9, another benefit, well, not really a benefit if you ask me, but this would allow you to run into the crowd and join the mosh pit. Everyone loves a good mosh pit. You can get involved at your own gig. Number 10, and most importantly, you can relax and enjoy your gig, especially with all the benefits I've mentioned. You won't be tripping up over cables. You'll be able to be more energetic, moving around everywhere. You can interact more with the crowds. It's just such a cool tool. That's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you for another video very soon. Take care, guys.
Oh, I feel it now.